Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy who drinks a lot. And today, you tuned into a Lap It Up, a drink review series, where I drink things that nobody cares about, really. Just, I'm not down on it. It's not talking down, Chill out there, Tobey Maguire. I know I'm amazing. That scene. See, now I'm gonna geek out over that. I grew up, a little bit about me, I grew up with Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. I bought every Amazing Spider-Man that came out from a certain period to another period. My dad collected comics, from what I understand. I know that he collected comics. I have some of them. But it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, I really enjoyed it. And actually, I did more collecting comic cards and than anything else. And yeah. And you know what's so weird? I'm wondering now, so if I bought packs, then I would have had a whole bunch of extras. Where did they go? Surely I didn't throw them away. That would just be dumb. Anyway, I know I've got a bunch of them at the house in a box, in a baseball card thing, with the sheets. And I think I had some first gen. I got all of second gen. Then there was a third generation. Sorry. Anyway. But yeah, no. So Spider-Man was an awesome thing for me. The Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't get into the spectacular. I didn't get into just Spider-Man or the Spider-Man 2099. I think. I think I looked at that one a little bit. So anyway, let's get to this quick. Calories are 150. 50? You think 50? Swifty. Warheads sour green apple soda, 150 calories. You're looking at 10 milligrams of sodium and 36 grams of carbs. So I mean, you're looking at some sweetness and some sourness, because man, these have been sour. Of course, they're supposed to be. I got that. Come on, I'm not stupid. I mean, you know what I mean. But let's see if this turns my head into a apple. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I can feel that. Yeah, that's good. It's not as, like I said, the Warheads aren't as sweet as I would have thought. Wow, this guy's an idiot. Okay, anyway. Breathe. Just breathe. You'll get out of this. They're crazy. Anyway. Yeah, that's a nice sour apple. I don't like eating, I'm not a big green apple fan. I don't like sour apples just on their own. But they're good. I will eat a green apple now and again. Honestly, I kind of like green apples when it's caramel apples. Because you get that sour and sweet, and it's very rare that I'm a big fan of the sour and sweet together. I'm not usually a really big fan of that. Okay. But anyway, so I've got the apple. probably give it. Yeah, I'll give it a 3 and a 6. It's not bad. It's not my jam though, but definitely has a. It definitely is. It's usable in drinks for sure. I am down. I get that. Ooh, flashy red lights. Got some electricity problems going on here. But yeah, no, it's nice. It's a good drink. I enjoy it. So yeah, that should be go on. You were being weird. Anyway, but you know, Spider-Man was my jam. So, and Tobey Maguire was the first Spider-Man for me. The first live action. Okay, there was another one earlier on. You know, around the time of like $1 Million Man kind of stuff, and you have the cartoons. But the first full motion picture Spider-Man to me was Tobey Maguire, and he deserves. When I first watched the movie, there were so many things that pissed me off, that made me angry. But in essence, it was just like, you know what, this is good. This is a good movie. These are fun. I enjoyed William Dafoe. Yeah, no, the first movie was awesome, and then you have the second and the third, and they have their ups and downs. I really felt they were pushing it when you know that they're starting to lose the ability to make content when they start just dropping in more bad guys in the next iteration, because they can't tell a story about just one bad guy. They gotta tell you a story about two bad guys and how Spider-Man has to do even more difficult odds versus difficult bad guys, and overcoming the differences in that bad guy and what he does. But anyway, whatever. That and him having the ability of creating the web fluid himself, out of his body, which made him more of a mutant than he was in the comics. Because he, in the earlier ones that I remember anyway, he had this thing where he actually felt he wasn't a mutant. Wasn't like an X-Men kind of type mutant. He didn't have the mutant gene. He was just bitten by a radioactive spider, and he just happened to turn into Spider-Man. Most people that get, venom from a irradiated animal, of an arachnid or something or other, usually they get sick, possibly die. So the idea was, that I believe anyway, is that Peter Parker did have a mutation, but it allowed him to adapt to the bite of 86. So his genetic mutation allowed him to take on that when he was bitten by them. Yeah, though obviously not if he gets bit by a mosquito or something. It was just happened to be the right kind of thing at the right time, making him 1 in a million. But seriously, yeah. And then of course Garfield, which I kind of like Garfield, but I didn't feel like he was high school to young Peter Parker. But he was supposed to be the Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't think Tobey Maguire had as much of the yucks. Garfield kind of had the puns and the jokery in a way, but it just felt kind of depressing. It's like dad jokes, but not really great dad jokes, And then of course there's having him automatically, he had to go against Green Goblin's son, which still having to redo that whole thing. And then you have the teased Lizard Man from the first 3 movies, where they kept talking about them, and then the one actor never got to be the Lizard Man. He just was Dr. Connors. That was it. Whatever, that's fine. And then you have Tom Holland, and we've all watched his stuff. I like Tom Holland's stuff. I think he could be a bit more verbal in the joking section, but still a great Spider-Man. So that scene when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is talking to the Amazing Spider-Man, because he was the Amazing Spider-Man. He technically was my Spider-Man. To have Pete tell Pete, like, hey, this is the whole, like, I'm lame thing is, and very older camp counselors-esque, in my opinion. I love that. But it's one of those things where it was like, you realize you're amazing. He's like, oh, no, yeah, you're right. No, I'm just saying you need to hear that. You know, it's like, but can you say it? And after having what happened with Gwen, it's just kind of like, yeah, I think he needs to realize that he's amazing. And that just broke me when he was like, you know, you can say it, you know, you can say that. Can you say it? Maybe you say it, you know. And I was just like, and then of course catching MJ, that was a big one. And then of course them actually saying what their issues were. Whoo! You know, they're like, when he was like, hey, gotta send you guys back because I can't do this anymore, you know, and the whole responsibility thing and power, and whoo, that got me. But anyway, so yeah, sour apples, Spider-Mans. Anyway, as always, I'm Sir Drinkslut, and I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. We are slowly tilting and getting tilted. Up that hill real quick. Speed limit is much slower than that D-bag. That's fine. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Like I said, y'all take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Bye. Ah, that's my house.